G'day guys, I'm just having a crack at the Bridge6 with the Poly Bebo and my Hedra there. I'm using the Bridge6 with a bunch of signals and messages to control the Hedra and the Loopler, which is on the Bebo. So a bit of an Aussie fest here. So, one thing I haven't done is because the setup on the Bebo keeps deleting my, I keep forgetting to actually save the subset. So I'm going to take you through what I do with the Loopler. I've actually got two banks for Loopler, and a dedicated bank changing on these two. I don't like having to hit two switches. So I've labeled our loop extra. So Loopler basic functions. I've actually got record here on the actual pedal itself. So it's like, yeah, record, overdub, and this will be a single track pause. I'll show you what I do now. So with a Loopler, if you want to assign anything that's MIDI, hit that, selected loop for my case, and I'm going to hit pause. Now it doesn't actually trigger, like you can't see it, but this is now flashing. And then you tap the thing that you want, and now it's linked. So this will now pause. Ta-da! And you see it stopped. Off we go. Andrew LaFosse has got some great videos on this. Check that out. Now I'm going to do the same with this. So with the Loopler, I've got an undo, which I'm going to assign here, redo, all stop, which I'm going to assign to all the tracks, because you can just add in loops here. That goes down to the Hedra controls, which I've got over here. And reverse, we've got extra stuff. Things like this is the second row, essentially. Multiply, one shot. So I've got them all set up to go, just haven't assigned them. Some of them are momentary, some of them are toggled. So let's have a look here. Undo. Now I'm going to do this, select the loop. It's going to be undo, hit that. So that's a momentary switch. So now if I've got a loop here actually. This is all going through my fiddle. Just a band going into a para-acoustic DI. Buttload of reverb. There we go. Now if I undo, see? Now I haven't assigned redo. So select loop, redo, donk. Now what I've done with these particular things, these particular switches, they're just momentary signals. They've just a value of 127. I can show you. So here we go, switches, so switch one, messages, and it's a momentary. Oh, I'm in the wrong place, hang on. Config, so momentary, on off, the messages, where did I put it? Where did I put it? On press, that's right. Because it's momentary, I'm not looking to hold it. So the moment you press it, it's like instant. Channel 3, the Bebo's on channel 3, Hedra's on channel 1, don't ask. And I put it through number 4. Each pedal I've assigned a different number, just to keep it clean. Value 127, because that's usually on, why not? There we go, done. Redo, we're back. Undo, redo. Let's do reverse now. Now reverse, I've got as a toggle, it's not connected yet. So what I found with trying to assign a toggle to this is that you put this, hang on, how it is, you put it on, so this is synced, then you want to assign it, reverse, and then go. So it means that the lights are the right way around. I think I did it right. Yeah, so if I put this on now, this is waiting to sync, so at the end of the loop, there we go. So one or the other needs to be on, so because it's an odd number of selections. Have a crack, you'll see what I mean. So kill that. Now, all stop. Let's assign this. So that, all loops, pause. Oh, here we go, and that one. Now the way this works, and that's a momentary switch. The thing is, whatever's playing will pause, and whatever's paused will play. So I haven't quite got as far as figuring out a dedicated stop. So if this is playing, If we play this, I don't think there's anything in it. Hang on, let's record. Here we go. So if this is playing and that's doing it, if I do all stop, see it switches. So I should relabel that to something else. But we can just cycle to here, and I've already got this done. Loop extra stuff. Solo, here we go. Now, is that, yeah, that's a toggle. So that's already, yeah, so at some point I've saved it to mute, and notice I've changed the color too. So I've actually saved it to mute, so I want to undo that. All you have to do is redo it. So I'm going to solo. So they're reversed. Select loop, that one. So that triggers it, and now that evens it out. Yeah, so now that will be solo. There we go. Purple, purple. Hey. Now I think mute is on solo now. Yeah, something like that. Let's give it a go. So it's another toggle one. So I'm going to mute that, that one, that one, that one. And now that should be fine. Let's see how we go. There we are. And the colors are synced up. Lovely. All right, multiply. Here we go. So I've done that as another trigger. Oh, I think that one's already registered. Here, let's have a look. So multiply just doubles the loop, or it keeps multiplying the loop. So as long as I leave that going, it'll keep making it longer. You'll see this doubles again. Still multiplying. Cool. Stop that. So it'll be fine. One shot. Oh yeah, that was the solo. So let's do a one shot. Cancel the word. So one shot. That. Now I've got it as momentary, but that should be. So that's going to stop at the end. Yeah, it's got a little one shot written. And bank up, messing with some more Hedra stuff. Yeah, although I can't bank down as easy. There we are. All right, and where's our all stop? Dunk. Done. So Loopler's been organized. So lots of opportunities here. I'm just going to trash this one. All right, here we go. Let's do some recording and. Because I've assigned this to it. But what I'm going to do is take the bass off. Unify. There we go. So I've got it all synced up, so I've got to wait. I'm going to change that. So this will overdub. Now, with the Hedra, let's just stop this for a sec. Go to my Loopler. Oh, stop. There we are. So with my Hedra, this is going out of FlexiPort 2 into here. It's the tip out, I think, or is it sleeve out? Forgotten. It also does A, I noticed. The poly, I've also forgotten. I should just check, shouldn't I? So you can check, you go into here. Going to, no, it's global. Go to FlexiPorts. FlexiPort 1, type A for the Bebo. It depends on the serial number. Mine's type A. Go back. FlexiPort 2 is tip. Yes, the Hedra and Meris pedals are tip out. So I haven't completely nutted out the Hedra, but you've got a whole bunch of tables. If you look at the manual version 9, it gives you all the breakdowns of the CC values, etc. What I've done here is I've just got a bass because, hey, violin and bass, why not? And what I can do, toggle on, and what it does is unify all the sound. It will also drop it down one octave on all three pitches. So it's got several signals in there. Switch one, messages, and we've got a toggle. So let's have a look here. So we've got three here. We've got control change. So channel 1 is the Hedra. Number 19 is pitch 1, and value 10 is 1 octave. Now if I go to number 20, which is pitch 2, value 10, 1 octave. Value 21 is pitch 3. And this is all you can look in the manual, and that's also, so I've got 3 pitches doing 1 octave. Bit of overkill, but whatever. Fantastic, but it means that I can toggle it on and off, and now I'm off. Now, what I've done with these ones is sequential. So I can flick through. They're not really triad root. They're not really second inversion, not really first inversion. Just in my head, it's like 1 below, 2 below. So if I go to individual, I've got 3 in here, and each of these have got 3 messages. So second inversion is sending 3 signals to each of the pitches to spread it, because that's what a Hedra does. And if I hold it down, that's when the signal is sent. Ta-da! Now I think currently I'm on G minor. I'm actually not 100% sure, but that's what this one's for. So sequential, major, minor, melodic minor, harmonic minor, double harmonic minor, and Lydian pentatonic, minor pentatonic. So they're all the key changes, sorry, the key flavors that you have in the Hedra. Now I can change these. I'm not convinced I've got the hang of how this interacts with this. That's me, that's not the pedal, because it's doing, one thing I found with the bridge is it will do exactly as you ask. So a lot of people have issues with X, Y, and Z, and it's usually the order of the signals, or it's the actual message is not quite right. So the software itself is, I've found really amazing. They are right on it. It's constant updates, it's fantastic. There have been a couple of things with the FlexiPort too, but it wasn't a hardware issue. It was just a software thing going, what? Anyway, let's change it to minor, D minor. Yeah, see, that's a diminished chord, and that's an A. And in D minor, that should be an A minor chord. So, I'll see how we go. Let's go back to the triad root. Right there, that's a major chord. Oh, just changed. Anyway, I've got to figure that out. It's a complex thing of trying to figure it all out. Now dry, it just means I can go full wet for the signal. Again, that's what, it's actually triggering this knob over here. So bass, for example. There's no violin in the signal coming out of this amp. And of course, sequential, so I can go to dry. It's not going to trigger until I've held it down. So it's still going, you just can't hear it. And then got 50-50. Let's do that as a normal. Lovely. Now, up to Loopler. Oh, unified. So unison and semiquavers and triplets. Not really triplets, but check out the semiquavers. Again, sequential signals. So this is going to spread it. If I do this, for example, let's trigger the triad root, turn that off. I've got to figure that. It's kind of cool though. Chuck that in. Let's do another one. Just making that our sync levels are good. Awesome. I was messing around with these sort of things. This is the only one I've worked on yet, but I'm planning to have a bank change. Have a bank change that will, when I go to this bank, it will be G minor on the Hedra, and it will now then assign, so these will be the proper intervals for each of the chords. So I can start. Oh, hang on, that's right, this is sequential for the inversions of the actual chord. One, two, three, four. This. Sorry, this is my old 20XL. You get the idea. I won't, like, all of these signals, for example, this G minor root here. Switch one, look at our messages. Because it's sequential, I'm going to go sequential. Here we are, set. G minor root and second inversion. There we go, yeah? So I can actually dive into those. Where is... and you can tell I've changed the colors too, which is kind of cool. Very cool, in fact. Let's edit the root. It's got one message in here. Let's go to that. So we've got three messages, sorry. Again, 19, 20, 21. Value 82 is, I think, the third above, and then the fifth, and then the octave above. I have to remember that. Hope that pikes your interest, and yeah, awesome. Go Australia and Meris. It's complex, but you know, if you know your theory, you can do anything with it. Have a great day.